Look at us being on time and ready and prepared, and wiggling the head around as the warm-up. If you like being on time and prepared and warming up before stream, remember to subscribe if you're watching this later on YouTube. If not, welcome, and good on you for being on time. Hello, Elieval! Speaking of on time, there's a person who's on time. Thank you for the noise, Sooty. On my 29th watch streak, lol. Yay! Wow! That just sinks in how many of these streams we've done. Because, yeah, we've done literally hundreds. Ooh. Hello, upside down, whatever that thing actually is. Something just nuked. Something just did the nuclear. Hell, oh, orange, and oh, blah. Right, let's spam over here. Dude, wait, what the hell is... Oh boy. Okay, what else was I doing? I was doing here. I need to remember what... Wait, no, that's the wrong Discord channel. There we go, general. Ooh! Also, I need to reply to Kovacs right now. Not go too overboard. I just forgot that I was streaming. Okay then. Alright, right. I've spammed where I need to spam, and that is good. And now what else do I need to? Platono Hub. Very important. Very important. I am here after deep cleaning my room because I saw one cockroach in my house, so I must cleanse the entire building to rid it of those abominations. Luckily, there was only that one. Well done, Death Pancakes, for cleaning, at the very least. Yes, there was motivation, but cleaning happened. And hello, Amiiboid. Soup, indeed. Soup is delicious. I have not shaved in a long time. Uh-oh. How's that for a go shave? Alright, Platono Hub. Have I pinned it? Yes, I have. I've already looked at the Steam Workshop. There doesn't appear to be anything new submitted, but if anyone remembers a thing I should look at, do let me know. We're going to otherwise continue with the Stonelight inspection. We're doing really well here. And I just need to make sure that we've got the right thing. I think, what do we have? We might have already downloaded the latest version, well, the blueprint version of the Saya. So we're going to go, whoops. We're going to go Saya, Horus, Kraken, Argus, Garmer. Let's see if we can get those done today. And in order to get those done, we need to go to the place. Please enjoy this main menu. It was made specifically for you. I need to go find my password. Craft library. There we go. And this is be clear. Right. All of this is Thrustercraft, because Stonelight has a lot of Thrustercraft, because of course it does. Right, let's go find the Saya, which starts with a T. Download. Or the Cellar. I don't know how to say that, actually. Interesting. Alright, Horus. I remember the Horus. Horus. Kraken, which looks really cool, as I recall. Argus. Where that is. There it is. I found it. And Garmer. There we go. We got our updated things. No, my folders, don't look at them. Oh no, I've shown my folders live on camera. Oh, my reputation will be in tatters. Oh no! Everyone saw my private stuff. Is this voice annoying? It hurts my face slightly. Alright. Let's go there, let's go there. Constructibles. Platono. I really need a Platono shortcut, my goodness. And Thrustycraft, go there. And just replace. There we go. Jolly good. Right, we are ready for inspection. I do not know how people can live in infested homes, so that's likely my phobia of roaches motivated me to maintain a clean house. It is good to have a roach-free house because they are, well, they do spread bacteria around a lot. I'll most be looking. Hello, John McFist. John McLurk. Hello, Border Gamer. Hello, I'm Ashi. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Okay then, let us go here and start inspecting. Let's go here, here, Thrustycraft, and we just gotta go through the list. What did I download? The Saya, so TZ. Alright, that's the same version, no worries. Horus? There's two of them. Huh. Oh, that's the home. Oh, God, I almost deleted that. Alright. So that version hasn't changed. Alright, Kraken. That hasn't changed. Argus for R. G. That hasn't changed either. And Gomer. G4. R. That hasn't changed either. Okay, jolly good. Excuse me. Right, let's start with the first thing. Horus. Horus. No, let's start with the Saya. My bad. This... What is this? This is Cube. The Saya is a hard design on the spreadsheet. Oh, right, I remember this. Ignore these fleet colors. There's definitely not a specific reason for that. Alright, good news is it's in fleet colors, so that's nice. Alright, stream to do. Aesthetics and fleet colors, check. Aesthetics-wise, I think this thing is fine. It looks gorgeous. The prop on the back looks a little funny, though. Alright, let's have a note there. We're gonna go here, but also... Usual note with anything Stone Might is that... Right, material weapon research is lifted, can experiment to improve effectiveness. Prop on back needs more aesthetics. Needs more aesthetics. And what else? What else? So what do we got here? We got... That's particle cannon, that is plasma and APS, and this is laser! I do like this thing. I think it looks very fun. And if I do this... And pause, and then I get the perfect screenshot. Hell yeah. Who made this? Who made this? Cyrus Plays made this. Very good. Alright, I'm dreading the inevitable Anubis review in like 2 weeks where I shall cry at the end. That shouldn't be so bad. On the bright side, I know it won't need aesthetic changes. Yeah, I remember the Anubis. It doesn't really need aesthetic changes per se. Yeah, actually on the rear of this thing, the front, very good. Rear just needs more stuff in general here, so... I'm gonna move this over here. Alright, so say prop on back. And right, just rear needs more. Rear, side needs more aesthetics. It's a little plain. The contrast with the front a little bit too much. Let's go here. Let's see here. Alright, I have a checklist. Sub-objects clipping. Alright, so we go here. Are there any sub-objects? There's no sub-objects on that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 sub-objects there. Let's see here. Why does this have turrets on turrets? Let's go find the sub-objects. Alright, so that is a 1-axis turret and an elevation-only turret. This is presumably for the head. So this is that, and that. This is elevation only. Does this clip? Is the question. Nope, does not appear to. So if I go here, let's see, what does it do? That does not clip at all. I mean, technically it does, but that's sub-vehicle clipping, which is so hard to avoid, I'm not even gonna bother making rules about it. Or maybe I should make rules about it. Anyway, this clearly is not meant to clip with anything, so that's fine. Alright, so let's see here. Aha, so detection can be better protected. Alright, so yeah. So, rubber insulation, good, but also, rubber gets shot off really easily, so we're gonna have to do that. Just the undecorated prop lol. They can certainly be raised with some glowing rings, orange glowing rings. Yep, patent pending actually. For some reason, no one is calling me back about it. Alright, so, insulated detection needs more protection. And just as a reminder to people, like, how you can do that. So, if you have, let's just demonstrate over here. So you have something like this, right? Actually, you need something like this. So you've got a 3x3 space here. You can just fill this with rubber, and then you can have your thing on it like so. What do we have? What do we do there? Have a gimbal, and then you can literally surround this with heavy armor, and unless it gets hit directly, which is kind of doomed for the detection anyway, you have this rather well protected, snug little thing right there. So this I tend to find works really well. Heavy armor might actually be overkill, because let's just see the damage of this. 300 health and 30 armor. You could probably get away with metal, but in any case, exposed rubber is just begging for even like anti-munition stuff to shoot it off, because, well, it has 6 armor and very little health. So yeah, that's just a friendly reminder for people. I don't do this enough myself, but that's because I'm lazy. Like, do what I say, not what I do. Ooh. What the absolute hell? Well, trackers don't actually need an line of sight. They do. Detecting... Alright, First Jet, Sci-Fi Foxboy. That's a lot. Okay, wow. Well, welcome to the chat, Sci-Fi Foxboy. I'm not reading that out loud because I would feel weird. Super duper wonderful day. Hell of entrance. Alright, so detecting protection from EMP as a coward's move, not trying to make my run with plutonium easier. Hello, Tungsten Cube. Is that thing energy efficient? Probably not. If you read it out loud, we are clipping it. BW. Cough. Anyway, what's up? What's up? Not much. Welcome to stream. We are looking at this thing, flying statue-y thing. Suffering leaves. Wait, what? Okay then, what are we doing here? Is this thing energy efficient? Hang on. Let's check the energy while we're here. There's a lot of custom jets, of course there is. It actually uses... It does use the big steam engines. which means it's not spamming the tiny ones, which will be good. Okay then, what did the good sound is back. Oh, are there audio issues? Can everyone hear the stream well? If you cannot hear the stream well, please sing out. We were on a good streak for the most part, but you never know when OBS might goof tremendously. Alright, also, behold Duxmageddon. Is this? Alright, so this is anti-pierce. So the problem with using... actually... Alright, so the armor could use a little bit of reworking, because these wedges are not actually great. Alright, so armor needs rework. Armor needs... Whoops! Who done did that? Thank you, Sooty! Long steam turbines. No, Sooty, why? Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna read that out deadpan. Nyan, what big craft we have to inspect. So many big craft. Nyan, can we handle it? Oh, smiley face. Now I feel obligated. Alright, fair is fair. I'm gonna go read back the Sci-Fi Fox Boys intro. But I'm gonna read it in that deadpan voice. Hi, everyone. Oh, hello. Let me finish! Pointy arrow, W, pointy arrow. I hope you're all having a super duper wonderful day. That's actually very nice, Sci-Fi Fox Boy. So thank you. Nah, ooh, spits on the ground and scrapes tongue, spelt T-U-N-G with U-P-E-R, front teeth like I'm trying to get a bad taste out of my mouth. Never doing that again. There we go. Fairness and democracy has happened. Right, water. Border hydrate. Which one was that? I forgot. 11th version, that one. Oh no, water. That one boat has never reached a finish enough state for me to submit it. You must say it in Glakave accent. I'll do it for the next one. Better doing up, board all your eyes. You must be thirsty. Sooty, you are misbehaving. And border noise is... And border wisdom is... Border wisdom is... That kind of uwu speak. It's very different if you say it in a different voice. I'm unsubbing. No, don't unsub John McFist. It's the airship spawner fortress. That's arguably even funnier. Whoa. Tungsten Cube, what did you do? But you made Chrome blink. Alright, I'm gonna read this out in the Glakave accent. Sooty? Oh no. Is John no longer a subby wubby? Oh, jeez. Oh, to be honest, I wasn't aware this one got finished. Think it might work functionality-wise, but the looks just killed me. I can't read that, Tungsten Cube. I did it like that because I don't normally talk like that. It makes me feel weird when I do. Fair enough. John will protest by deleting the entirety of Plutono. No, I'll just time them out from chat. Oh yeah, talking about the last mod. Hehehe. Alright, right, what was I doing? What the hell was I doing before stream distracted me? Alright. Functionality and combat testing. What I was actually doing was checking for sub-objects. So, alright. Double checking, so that top one is fine. And over here, we've got 2 access turrets, which appear to be absolutely fine. Alright. Interesting. Not controlled by AI, okay. Does it clip, though? Idle elevation. It does not clip, it can move. Jolly good. Whoa! Now I want to see what happens when you do this. It's got firing very... No, it doesn't have strict firing restrictions. So if we do this, what happens? Whee! We're flying! There we go. Alright, so that's all fine. Jolly good. Alright, so sub-objects? None. Ah! Sub-objects? None. Wah! Sub-objects. 2-axis laser turrets. Let's see here. What are these? These could use more deco, honestly. Alright, so we've got... Uh-oh. Oh dear. This might clip a little bit. Right, so... Or not! Hold on, what am I looking at here? So that is... Okay, but... Jeez, that... Yeah... That's a 2-axis laser. What can you... Actually, this could be done better. That is right on the edge of what is allowable. There are ways of doing 2-axis lasers in which they do not clip at all, and I would prefer it if stuff did that. So, I am just going to make a note here. Armor needs rework. More wedges, holes, less ducts, and wedge slopes. Is that what it's called? Hold on. Wedge fronts. Alright. Okay, there you go. And builder's caps. Of course I had that on. Okay, rework. Jolly good. Okay. Alright, note about the frickin'... Everyone make direct eye contact with this thing. Alright, what was it? Okay. Ooh. Laser turrets. Clip slightly too much. Make them clip less. There are ways to do this. And just so I can put my money where my mouth is, allow me to show you people how to do that. So, we have... What do we have? How much do I need to do here? So, we've got a 1-axis turret. Whoop! Thank you, I'm Ashley for the hydrate. I should probably check chat. There's no side of Azusa or Nusreal, and yet it's worse than ever before. This is slightly different. This isn't horny, this is... I do think you can make things that are hard to say infinitely easier by doing a bad Russian/German accent. Yep. Ahem. Are big turbines more space efficient? Yes. Okay, it looks like a friendly hand wave. Onyo, Jawan don't act irrationally. Jawan McPaw. Sorry. You need proper constraints though, this doesn't have that. True. On a note, other than speaking with more W's than usual, I got my butt kicked in a casual game of Warhammer against my friend who never played, so I was shortly beginning multiple crimes of the Geneva Convention could dream of. That must suck. Is that a threat or a guarantee? Why not both? What army are you bringing? I was bringing a buttload of gaunts for the swarm. Or to hydrate. I have been blood. No, do not blah me, Night World. Also, hello. I'm going to bring the Norn Emissary and Raveners next game. Water time indeed. Okay. Why is my water bottle not functioning? Alright, so just so people are aware of how to make a non-clippy laser turret, here's something like how you do it. Now, what you do is I'm just going to use metal for this demonstration. What you do is something like this. This does make the turret bigger, but I assure you it is worth it. So you go here, and you have, I usually do heavy armor blocks for this, and you can have the elevation only turret there. It attaches on the sides as well, and then you can have the laser turret itself. You can have the combiner up there. You can have your optics, and you can make this kind of like so, and it clips less. It's not flawless, but it clips less, and that's the important thing. I have done this multiple times in my life. So something like this, and then the whole arrangement. The whole arrangement does like this, and you can see it doesn't clip. You don't actually need that much room. You can make that flush like that, and it still technically does not clip. So there is a suggestion in case anyone is wondering. I'm in a demonstrating mood today, as it turns out. Alright, so just checking. That's the only sub-objects. Good. Functionality and combat testing. And resource settings. Let's check that. So, resources. Good. Whoops. That's the main block there. Okay, that's all good. Alright, let's combat test this thing. What are people saying? Alright, I can read chat while combat testing. Alright, so the Sayer, or seller, I guess. I need to find the workshop page for this, actually, so I can leave feedback on it. Alright, so let's spawn in against a $1 million Godkave thing. All vehicles, please. 1.2 million. Godkave HQ, which is like, alright, to be fair, it's gonna be rebuilt. So, we're doing a fair amount of damage. It's actually winning, which is nice. For new. Alright, and now rechat. Alright, I would rather have the horny than the cringe. Oh god, the fur infection spread. Those overlap quite often. Someone called their pathogen. I only got the ears and a tail. Rest human. The starting symptoms. And smiley face, Nah, I'm comment. I don't know what that means. Can we get semicolon 3s in chat, lads? Oh gosh, the furry is expanding. Don't Google that. Laser turret sword is an absolute pain in the ass to make look good and armored without being gargantuan. This is true. I think that goes for any barreled weapon. Also true. Sub-object clipping. I see with style. No, sub-object not allowed at almost every CC. Yep, nope. Yeah, no, that's why I was inspecting. Because we don't want that, and we don't want precedent for it. Don't think any here needs to be red border. Nope, I want to read it. Control elevation of their own thing would be better though, such as ABS. Border, don't look here, please. We're being cringe. I see you! I see you being cringe! And cram. And X3, Lamb's laser needs to be changed from the default color to the Stonelight. Oh yeah, true, that's... What is that? What color is that? That is... I think that is a Stonelight color, actually. Visual settings. That's orange, and... Nope! It's actually fine. It's fine. It's an orange laser, and orange is part of their palette. Alright, this thing is actually winning against the HQ. How about that? We have a winner chicken dinner. Is that a pure... Wait, that's not a pure railgun. Ah, which is absolutely fine. Hold on, let's see here. Yep, nope, that's not a pure railgun. I believe this thing... That might have been a rule break back when this was first submitted, because it was submitted a long time ago. But... now it's fine, so that's fortunate. This craft is not full of whimsy, it's full of old robots. Make use of trail guns for some extra whimsy. Oh, Lamb's laser, sorry. Where's the frickin' Lambs? Oh, right, true. Lamb's laser, I misread, sorry. Lambs should be... Stonelight complete color. Okay, probably not the word I'm looking for. Trail jams, love whimsy. How are we this naughty already without Azusa? Azusa doesn't do ooh-woo stuff very often. Excuse me, you. Whenever Azusa is near the power vacuum of warning draws people in, is it just me who wants to kill God with my crafts? Nope, me too. You are not alone. Those APS barrels could be decorated too. Yeah, they could be, exactly. 20-meter long, huge stump missile. Are there any Stonelight Cram crafts yet? If not, I am sad. I don't think so. For the longest time, Cram wasn't allowed for them at all. The standard mesh works for ships, but not alien craft. I don't think, but Kobrax is working on Cram something, I think must be my most used pair of words. Good, it means you think a lot. Alright, so we're gonna make a notey note here. We can reset, needs more aesthetics. APS, barrels, could use some deco. Stone Light Fee cards. This thing actually doesn't have that much wrong with it. Oh, there goes. Reminder to everyone that I made the HQ. Oh right, this thing uses plasma as well. I do also like how this doesn't have sub-object shields, like, in front of the main craft. Makes a nice change. Alright, and it uses thump. Why did I put that there? Alright, so... let's inspect in here. We have a honking big particle cannon. And... batteries are here. AI card slot. I'm guessing the batteries are back here too. Yes, they are. Jolly good, jolly good. Oh, the tree. Damn it, it's the Lorax's revenge again. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Whatever's causing that specifically for Potono, we've got to figure that out. It's probably just because the terrain is horribly jagged. Alright, and over here. What's the deal? It is literally plasma. It's got battery. It has... what's it got? Are there any batteries? There are batteries. Alright, so it's batteries, gun, and plasma. No transparent clips. Very nice. And I'm going to assume... this must have been a pain in the arse to make. Yeah, that could be decorated a lot better, I think. Okay. Let's see here. Is this all... this is not decorated. This is pure solid wood. I like that. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And just checking over here. Lots of le armor. Lots of laser. And for the record, I do hate sub-object things that take advantage of sub-object like this. But this is cool, and it's also like, I don't know, Nito does it, so we'll do it as well, and people can get mad, I suppose. Now I need to test this against something with nuclear weapons, though. Plasma and laser barrels are undecorated as well. Actually, yeah, good point. Good point, good point. APS, plasma, and laser barrels. Gonna use some deco. I really don't, I'm just always unsure. Uncertainty is a nice preface to thinking, so it's all good. The Uwu internet dialect is defined as saturated cutesiness. It's internet brain rot. Yep, it is. I love testing crab stuff against the Klakava HQ. It explodes so nicely in armor that's cram penetrated in a satisfying way. Well, I'm glad I could help. I definitely didn't spend multiple streams building it. The people are rotted. Less rotting that tongue. That thing can be deleted any day now. What? Less rotting. I didn't understand that. Right. Plasma and laser bag undecorated. Fun fact: it's not even Italian. It's Indonesian or something. Luckily, this is the FTD community server, and is 40+ and knows nothing of that tongue crap. That's not entirely true. I don't know what I said. I petitioned for a warp craft for Gravity that's called the Uncertainty. And Brain Rort. I think Glakavis' roster is basically full. Okay then. Okay, what can we talk about? Not much. This thing is actually pretty damn functional as far as Stormlight goes. It does need missile defense. Let's combat test it a little bit more. I'm definitely not stalling for time. Hey, look at that! We're actually getting through a craft review. And, like, here we are. Alright, so it's 1.2 million. Let's test it against something a little bit more expensive than that, because the HQ is bad. Alright, let's test it against the Neutron Star. That thing I know not of. I remember this. This is one of the more recent submissions. It has fallen into the water. Okay, it's falling out of the water. That's good. Neutron Star. Uh-oh. Somebody has correct target prio. And that's why this is a hard and not a godly. I believe the Neutron Star is a godly helicopter. I believe so. It is also a helicopter in name only, because it's really obviously a thruster craft. It's also bloody gorgeous. Raymond once again made really good stuff. Bloody hell, that thing's tanky. Could be even tankier, though. How about the old Tesla? Let's see, that's just not true. I'm not... Okay, let's read-chat for a second. I do like how the head moves. It's very cool. We have one called the Relativity. Amiiboid is not 40 plus. Okay. Nah, most players are teens or early 20s because working adults have less free time. Yes! You are, but you don't know it yet. I hate that stuff with a passion. I can see that's good enough. How about the old Tesla? How could I be 40 if I act like I'm 12? This weird thing called time passing. Oh, this thing. It flops into the water. That heli has a pseudo belt-fed APS. I'm not even 25 plus. It is belt-fed, but the energy production can't keep up with it. The heli is not hard to kill with flanking missiles. Droop. Yep, front-sider moment. Who's winning? Wow. Alright, yeah, missile defense. This thing needs it. More missile defense. Needs more missile defense. Probably... Uh-oh. 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 The Caesar's head got cut off. Oh no! Also, wait, hang on. You go away for a second. You repair, get out of the water, and I need to check. Uh-oh. Oh no, don't you hate it when your head wicks out? Hello, Azusa! That's an interesting question. Oh god, Azusa has arrived. Be nice, people. Dog, TF did I do? You know what you did, but we welcome you, and I'm glad to see you. Uh-oh, that's suboptimal. I don't think it likes the water. It looks like a cartoon jump scare. New water noise. To be fair, those are huge kinetic missiles. True. True, true, true. Alright, so let's check here. What was I checking? Shield. It has one. I could probably use more. I don't know. It has a shield. It has at least one shield. It's fine. I think that's about it for the cellar. How do you pronounce this? What is a Z? Cellar. Tizella. You know what? I need to find the workshop page for this anyway, so hopefully I can figure it out then. Right, let's review. Alright, material weapon restrictions lifted. Can experiment to prove effectiveness. Rear side needs more aesthetics. APS plasma and laser barrel could use some deco. Insulator detection needs more protection. Armor needs rework. More wedges / poles. Less ducts and laser and wedge fronts. And the ducts aren't that bad, I guess. Laser turrets clip slightly too much. Make them clip less. There are ways to do this. Lamp should be sonar thick colors and needs more missile defense. And it has a pack, so sonar buoys could be a good idea. Has pack. So tethered sonar is an option for ASW purposes. And I hope people know what ASW means. Alright, let's do that, and... Okay, Control F. Bookmark. Okay, let's go down here. I might need to move the bookmark again. Right, there's the Sayer, and there's the King. Alright, too many commodities. We need them. We need them now! There you go. Go nuts! Whee! Enjoy the thing doing thing. Alright, so today is, well, for me, it's the 2nd of the 7th. This year has vanished. It has vanished completely. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Uh-oh. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do. Oh yeah, I know what I want to do. Yep. Yar, me hearties. Oh, we're watching commodity-themed carnage. Oh, it's so nice on a Sunday morning. It's not Sunday, but I'm the pirate captain. I can say it's Sunday if I want to. What are you gonna do? I'll make you walk the plank to a different ship so you stop disagreeing with me. Yar. I don't know what came over me just now. Alright, so... Alright. Let us... Why did I copy-paste that? That's silly. Alright, so if we do that, we can go to the Steam workshop, and we can look for the thing. We'll look for the thing. Oi. Do the thing I tell you to. Cyrus plays, jolly good. So this was... Wow, this was updated this year. Lovely. If you teleport to the sea of the Minecraft, you can find a little Easter egg. You'll receive nothing if you get in the point now in the workshop base. Yay. From medium to god was demoted. Oh. BW still gets the final say. It isn't hard now. Okay. Oh, right. This is the rebuild. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, so the Saya was one thing, and then Cyrus rebuilt it. That jogged my memory nicely. Beautiful. Okay, we need to copy-paste over here. Copy-paste, copy-paste. Okay, so... Yes. Alright, I believe this is... Yeah, Legacy. Most popular. I want most relevant, damn it. Yeah, the old one is not on the workshop anymore, well, is it? Most recent, not most recent. Why do I want that? I still want... Well, let's... Right. What am I doing? I'm copy-pasting stuff. That's what I'm doing. And posted. Hell yeah. Jolly good. Jolly good. Also, I've just realized I've completely bloody forgotten to put things on my bloody list. Oh dear. Oh no, this is what happens. How much did I miss? How much did I miss? Yep. Yep, I've missed a lot. Alright, please enjoy the say a bit more while I actually update my bloody spreadsheet. Oh dear. Oh dear. So, Dark Phoenix. Shrine. Okay, I'm literally just gonna do this. Because I'm too lazy. I am too lazy! I'm too lazy for my cake. I don't know. Alright then. I'm just going to put stuff in every category and we'll sort this out later. In case people are wondering what I'm doing, there's a space on the spreadsheet. Like, so notes are over here, but then there's a list of, like, cosmetics and functionality. To do. And now I'm doing that because otherwise I'm going to forget. That would be bad. We don't like being bad. We like being good. We like being good, damn it. Oops. There we go. Put that there. Do. Are we running out of commodities? It looks like it. Does everyone like me just having a game on while I work with a spreadsheet? It's the best entertainment possible. Alright. Okay then. Beam slows for broadsiders, wedges for frontsiders. Okay. Whoa, I need to catch up on chat. Okay then. Yeah, there's wait, what? Who voted on us? Oh, there's boobs. +1 to crest roll for boobs. What are we talking about? Boobs? Oh, this kind of has boobs? I don't know. I think they're meant to be eyes. Hey, you should put up against the old version. I don't have the old version anymore. I wonder if it's possible to make a flying craft with no thrusters by getting a sheet of rubber held by a sub-vehicle that is pulled into the craft to raise it into the air. Maybe? What is the armor meta now? Don't they keep changing it? Full wooden stone. I've heard crosshatch air is all the rage now. Yeah, crosshatch wooden wedges with no air gaps. Yes, it's still beam slows for broadsiders and wedges for frontsiders. I use poles because I'm lazy. Poles. Gamble with your air gaps. Truss blocks and wings are the main armor I use now. Reflect probes are beautiful. Based armor scheme. I think the old one is still in the spawn menu. I feel like the whole thing could profit off some emissive only around the gold parts, and especially that headdress. True, we can have shiny. The rebuild is so much better than the original. Is today the almighty review? Let's check the spreadsheet. Right, so we're trying to get to the Garmer. Nope. It's either probably going to be not next stream, but the one after that, seeing how thing goes. Yep, okay, so I need to finish futzing around with my spreadsheet. You know what we need? More commodities. Way more commodities. 20 commodities. Or 19, that works too. We're gonna have a jaunty angle on our friend here. Perfect. Okay, This is the Saya kills commodities stream, while Borderwise fixes spreadsheet. And now I must try and frickin' remember to update the spreadsheet properly, because I wasn't doing that. I was a silly person. I forgot. There we go. Damn it, I clicked the wrong thing. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, we're getting there. Good news, everyone, we're getting there. Good news, everyone, we are getting there. I'm fixing my spreadsheet. I am spreading my sheet all over the stream. Do not resist, it's a good spreadsheet. I clicked in the wrong place! And now I'm lost and confused and sad! Lost, confused, sad, hungry, tired, cold, angry, sad. Did I mention sad, hungry, tired, confused? Angry, sad, hungry, tired, confused, lost. And that's it. Okay, so we do that, and I'm just gonna put that there. Hopefully that's okay. Just put on the list there. Better it's on the list than not on the list. Alright. Other bookmark. I'm going to move other bookmark down here where we need to be. There. Okay. Are the commodities winning? Somehow I doubt it. Let's go see if they're popping wheelies yet. Ah! Hooray! Oh my god, it's been almost an hour. No! Damn you, past Borderwise, for not updating the spreadsheet properly, so that present Borderwise has to do it. Not for a bit. Oof, we get through maybe 3 cross per stream on a good day. It'll be a hot minute till we get to it. I don't know the order. The white spreadsheet flashbang, like 60 more crafts of Almighty. We love being flashbanged. Oh, okay, I just use which beams. Gapping my air right. RH, RN. Reinforced wedge beams with air gaps is how I make my armor. Fair enough. Can't wait to see you rip my build apart, lol. Probably not, because Azusa, you keep being self-denigrating, but man, you build a good thrusting craft. 500 commodities. Reinforced wedge beams. Crosshatch trusses. Armor of a block is buffed when they have a block behind them. By the way, do not crosshatch your wives. Nope. That. Why do you have multiple wives? That's so greedy. Leave some wives for the rest of us. A second. With wedge beams, do you mean beam slopes or backed wedges? Go eat, border goober. I'm not actually hungry. I'm just... I don't know. Depending on the front, I use the sharp thing. An hour in Minecraft, we will finish done that soon, only a couple more years. The sharp thing, as soon as being greedy, bad. To be fair, it was because I had to fix me damn spreadsheet. Okay, we have reviewed the cellar, and now we must look at the next thing. Alright, the Horus. This should be briefer. This needs more aesthetics. Right, so the Horus is an easy design, so usual story. Right, material, weapon restrictions lifted. We can experiment a little bit. I believe it is armed with lasers. Not much laser, honestly. Where the hell are the lasers on this? Right, so sub-objects, it has... What has it has a spin block there. Oh, right, its mouth opens. Where is that spin block? Somewhere here. Does not appear to clip. Alright, nope. If I delete that, then yep, its mouth opens and lasers are there. And this is not clipped at all. It wouldn't actually be able to move if it was. What's the field of fire on this? Pretty decent. Yep, this is just a flying laser head thing. This needs more TLC. Ah! Thank you, and I will. You know the sharp thing, don't pretend you won't. No, several. Hey, that doesn't look like a Primarch at all. Sharp is in-game block, so the wedge front. You're telling me this guy committed heresy? Probably. I think it's called the wedge. Oh, hey, BW, time for coffee. Not quite yet, still like 9 minutes. To be honest, not sure how, doesn't even have arms or legs. You know, a head can be heresy. Horus was the head of the Horus heresy. Alright, this needs... What is, right, so... Needs aesthetic... TLC... I'm just gonna have beak. This is one of the oldest submissions for Stone Knight, so it needs to be brought up to... I'm gonna say the Shrine. Up to level of Shrine. There we go. Alright, as for functionality, probably almost certainly needs missile defense. Needs missile defense. Alright, so, checklist. There's that. Is this fleet colors? What the? Lots of deco. Alright, this is not fleet colors by the looks of it, so let's just check. Yep, nope. Needs to be in fleet colors. Oh dear. Thankfully, that's a pretty easy thing to fix. Just to painted in fleet colors. Yeah, what else? Sub-object clipping check, set of fleet colors, resource settings. Right, so resource settings are fine. Auto propulsion. Nope, we're good. What else? Resource storage levels. This thing is about 94k. It has 44,000 material stores, so that's all good. Yeah, this definitely needs some aesthetic TLC for sure. You could almost put wings on this and just make it a fat bird head. Isn't the ship also the Iron Hand with a fist? The beak is nice, but the head shape is rough. Yep, needs deco. To be honest, I don't know why the Emperor trusted the guy named Horus Heresy. Is he stupid? You know, this Haug looks like a chicken head that's judging you really hard. It does look kind of chickeny. Needs deco, that beak is nice, but the head shape is rough. Yep, lots of deco. JW is known for their subtlety. Such as the guy named Ferrus Manus, the leader of the Iron Hands, having hands made from metal and his name translating to Iron Hand. Yeah, like, you know, Warhammer doesn't go in for subtlety. I mean, it's totally subtle. Isn't in ship also the Iron Hand was first? We should require every vehicle to have a Zuzu-style interior. Yes, complete with bathroom tiles. Seriously, doubt it. My interiors are pretty simple and easy to learn from anyways. All the Primarch of the Raven God being called Raven. Corvus, Corax, I have no idea what that name could possibly mean. And the wisdom is... Chicken. Chickens are food, but they can also be friend. Remember to treat your food animals well, because happy animals taste better. There you go. There's the wisdom for today. Okay then, what am I looking at? What am I looking at? Yeah, definitely needs a lot of deco. Alright, let's combat test this thing. Let us combat test this thing. Alright, so 94,000, let's throw it against a Glacave thing that costs that much. What is a 94,000 Glacave thing? Let's throw it against the Punch. Punch Buggy Blue, smack. This laser system is pretty small. What the hell is this connection stuff? Is that just redundancy? What is this? Unstacked beams. When it has room for stacked beams. This seems not ideal. Alright, yeah, Laser Tetris does need kind of a rework. Alright, how are we doing? Alright, the Punch is winning. Oh, that's the Punch. That's the old version of the Punch, I think. If this gets hit with a cram, that's gonna be... Okay, yeah, that would be embarrassing. Alright, so... Alright, lasers. Lasers. Right, so... Lasers need to be stone light the color 1Q probably better at this size. Tetris needs redo and front armor needs redo. Have space for stacked beam slopes / wedges. There we go. Right, so fighting the Punch. And yeah, this thing has no missile defense, and it does need it. Yep, it's being missiled. That's not good. Okay. Borderwise, chicken. Chicken. Thank you, Borderwise. Friends of the food later. That is the glory of chickens. Technically, that's the glory of, like, any animal you keep as a pet if you are daring enough. It is an easy craft, though, so I don't think it's too bad of a thing. Yeah, if anyone needs a good time, look up silky chickens. Cute, goofy, and actually a great view for the urban chicken owner. Quiet and chill. Yep! I've looked up a silky chicken. They are indeed silky. Oh, they are adorable. Should I add an Anatas only mode to Barons of the North? No. Base Barons of the North should be Anatas only. Silky chickens are also delicious. Yes. How is anyone supposed to beat a mode like that? Roll would probably hate my front-sided designs. The current Barons of the North should be a variant of the Anatas only mode. I think it does have missile defense. It's just on the front, so it gets shot off. It does have... Oh, now that you mention it... Oh, yeah, no, that's... Nope. Alright, needs better missile defense. Missile defense. Move. Okay. Move interceptors. Interceptors. To side. Rear. Add APN. I think this thing got updated at some point, because I remember originally Stone Knight wasn't allowed to use like missiles at all, even for interceptors. Add APN. decoy wouldn't go and miss action. This thing has a lot of power. Is that all for them? Hang on a minute. We probably don't need spinny decos on this. Spinny things on it. Alright, so it could not beat the punch. It was beaten to the punch. Nail gun. Let's see how you do get that. Oh dear. Well then. It's gone for a swim. Alright, so... needs better altitude control, so it does not flop into water. I think that's about it for the Horus. It might be time for coffee. It is time for coffee. The Horus definitely needs a coffee. Look at that. Also, I think the... What the hell? I completely forgot that the nail gun looked like this. Look at this wonderful abomination of Glacave science. I do know one person did actually lose to Natus, like lost the whole run. Technically, I did. It's very funny to drive over them with a bigger car, by the way. We found that out during Gorlast's playthrough. I need to check back in chat. Have you even beaten normal Barons of the North? How can I? There's not enough in Natus. I banned my Barons of the North campaign because I can't build 20k to 50k. Skill issue. Unfortunately, this is a rare case where it is a skill issue. It is really difficult to make effective crafting from the depths, which are like really, really cheap. Yeah, I will say the only reason I haven't attempted Barons of the North is because I already suck at resource efficiency, and I know that campaign is heavily leaned on building cheap, efficient crafts. Yep! You must abandon all thoughts of the injector fuel engine. Ah yes, the Glacave boats. This and the Bunsen are the only two, I believe. In Glacave Dominion, we strap wheels to boat. That means it's a really good boat. Ho 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 ho! I can't build small and cheap. I don't suck at resource efficiency, I just don't have them. Okay, fair enough. Alright, let's go retrieve Horus. Damn. Bro is taking a nap. That is... Here's the thing. I've seen a lot of crafting from the depths kind of sink down to the seafloor. I've never seen anything look as defeated as this. It's just like... I'm done. I'm so done. Anyway, let's go back to the main menu. Actually, let's repair you. And let us summon you from the seafloor. And let us paste this where it needs to be pasted. So we're going to go there. Click, 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 click. Remove done notes. And this time, I'm going to remember. This time I'm gonna frickin' remember where to put things. There we go. I'm putting things where they live. I am a genius. I'm a genius! Ah! My genius scares me! Ah! There's a free border noise for you. Cheese bags made this. Hell yeah. Okay then. Class Scout Drone. Damn, this was first submitted in June of 2023. Yep, I feel bad. I feel bad for surprising it. 3 years later, the Horus gets an actual review and says, like, yep. Alright, sorry, cheese bags. I hope you're still keen. We have work to do. Right. Be free, Horus! There we go. Okay, then just go over here, move spreadsheet around. Well, not the whole spreadsheet, just bits on it. As you do. As you were, chaps. Okay, then. Oh, yeah, right. Oh yeah, I'm possibly moving the thrusters off the front as well. I forgot about that. It can't reverse. Okay. I can't build small and cheap. I have a 3k plane, does very well, but in a campaign where you want most of your craft to be 50k, I just have none. True. All my plans reach 5k minimum besides one drone I made. Hello, Screaming Gremlin Genius. Thank you, Caddis Warden. We broke him. No, you didn't. Well, you did, kind of. I will finish it once I make auxiliary tanks, MBTs, and ASP fighter, though. I do have plans in the back of my mind for my Barons of the North playthrough, because I am going to try and beat it after Hardest Neater. But yeah, I have evil plans involving sails in particular. Ever seen a sail tank? It's fun. Okay then, let's go to the main menu and amuse you all with main menu stuff. Sails, that'll be fun to watch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Azusa's got Azu. Speaking of sails, I'm making a plane with no engines. Good idea. Why was I about to type in chat? That's silly. Okay. I'm going to vanish. And coffee brick. It's nothing bad, just creative. I mean, sails, tanks, yes please. I mean, sails don't require materials, and they're also really cheap, so that would work well, I hope. I might steal that idea for something. We need more sail-powered tanks. Yeah, and also a lot of walkers, because legs don't require engine power. But that means I'm going to have to get good at making walkers, and that could be troubling. That could be difficult. Okay, I'm going to run the ads. Please try and survive the ads, and remember to make fun of the ads, because it's all we've got left in this capitalist hellscape. Anyway, see you soon. And yes, sail-powered tank, sail-powered walker. Hee. I see the penis! It's gone. I'm back. I only made... Oops, I should turn my face back on. There you go, there. I only made 1 walker bread and it's a wretched being walking at 8 meters per second. The crab breaks 30 meters per second, but that's due to its raw size. I like the way this little plane flies. Penis! The gonorrhea machine! Planes know only ads. This is why B did, but I don't understand straight. Where else can you hear your streamer? Yes, I saw the penis during ad break. Truly innovative. This train needs its balloon adjusters. Beppis. Wow, that peel drone just evaporated, just detonated dust. The visions are ghouls. Balls! Balls! The balls have been struck. Everyone wins. Alright, enough of this silliness. I need spoon. Spoon! Spoon, 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 spoon. Spoon, spoon, spoon. 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 Spoon, spoon, spoon. Alright, tip is going. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay. What was I doing? I was reviewing stuff. Alright, so we looked at the Horus. We're now going to look at... I think we'll manage the Kraken and August. Not sure about the Garm. Right, let's go look at the Kraken. And hopefully we'll have a Kraken good time. Ha ha ha. Kraken. Yep, Kraken. I love this thing, personally. Look at this thing go! It's beautiful. Aesthetically, this really doesn't need much change. I think the fins need more deco, or paint, or both. Right, so there's going to be our first note. Oops. 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 Alright, so there. Alright, so... Pins. Need more deco. Paint. Or both. Alright. Alright, is any of this fleet color? No, it isn't. Doesn't look like it. So if I go here... Oh dear. Yep, nope. How did I miss this? Right, needs to actually be in fleet colors. It is pretty though. So it gets a screenshot. Like... So... Right, which is the front and which is the back? Who knows? Alright. Needs to... Fleet colors... Sub-objects. Do we have any? We have one. Where is that one sub-object? There's also a lot of deco. Okay. Where? Alright, can this work? Oh, this violates the internal sub-object. Or, no, it doesn't actually, because it sticks out. Hold on a minute. So if I do this... Alright, nope, that gets a pass. It is a turret. It just happens to be a turret with... Ah. Yeah, we can do better than that, efficiency-wise. Replace small steam... Right. Replace... Small steam engine spam with medium/large. That's the kind of thing that pisses off John McFist something fierce. Behold, all the steam. Also, like right next to the bottle can. Tentacles at the back can be longer. They're squid. Squib loves so calamar. Don't recall this one at all. Just like the Gilliman said, the green tech camo really sells that Necron vibe. I love it. Yep. Tentacles at the back could be longer. Does it need that turret for functionality? Yeah. Water jets will point at the butt.
Thank you for the stretch. I'm actually... Well, the pack has the batteries and the steam inside of it on the turret.
Yep, looks like it. That possibly is unnecessary. That is probably really... honestly, you're going to make a note that, like, the internals could be done better. Right, so let's do Sue here. Internals could use a rethink. There's a lot on turret that doesn't need to be. What else? What else? I'm going to use power word. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. Interesting. What is decoed and what isn't? This thing also uses mimics. It also has terrible EMP insulation. Look at this. It's got batteries touching heavy armor. And this is meant to be a medium design. Oh, the packs are eyes. They're eyes. Why is this on a turret? Is it just for the local weapon controller? But there's room for a local weapon controller in here. The turret feels unnecessary, honestly. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is. Confusion. Where's the AI compartment? It's also on... No, it's not on the turret. Okay, yeah, no, this... Ooh, yeah, no, this thing's much better EMP insulation. Alright, let's go here. Needs better P insulation. It has batteries and AI touching HA. That's not good. Actually, I should probably go look up the Kraken on the workshop. Maybe there's explanations here. This is by Wistlov. Alright, what else on my checklist can I check? So, V-colors, meh, subload clipping or excess. That counts as an excess subload. That doesn't need to be on a spin block, like, at all. Okay, transparent clips, doesn't have any. Yep, it's just a pack. Resource settings. All good. Auto propulsion. Does it have auto propulsion? Hold on. Nope, it does not. Okay. Also really to snip a large chunk of its health, yep. Put the local weapon controls away from the pack turrets. Feels like a waste of pack space. Can I aim straight down? I don't know. Genuinely do not know. How much of this is turret and how much isn't? Hold on, let's go delete the turret again. Okay, so this thing is mostly turret, actually. I wonder if this is supposed to be EMP protection, because if it is, very rude. But also understandable. Have a nice day. Just need to see it fight. The flyby bomber thing. It has attack run and broadside behavior. Great idea. I mean, could it roll to target? Hold on. Let's see here. Alright. Faces that way. I'm just going to find a 100k thing for it to fight in Bukhare. 112. Let's fight against the Perpetual and see what happens. There's two of them. Uh-oh. It is got attack run 2.0. Ooh, yeah, no, this thing needs spaced armor badly. Ooh. needs real spaced armor. Needs spaced armor. Heat is a real threat. Right, the Kraken might actually have to get a lot bigger. Also, shout out to the paleontologist who discovered a giant octopus beak from the late Cretaceous of a probably absolutely humongous octopus, which I've forgotten the name of, but it's been nicknamed the Cretaceous Kraken, and that's kind of cool. And reload energy, there we go.
Listening.
And let's find another thing. So, perpetual camera. Let's see. This thing might need to be demoted to easy if no one wants to fix it. Yeah, this thing should broadside with the eyes, I think. Interesting behavior. Definitely needs... Yeah, so you can see the EMP proofing... Oh, wait, no. Wait, no, the AI gets taken out almost immediately the way it's done here. Very cool idea. Needs rethink. Yeah. This is looking like a rebuild, actually. This thing is incredibly glass cannony and not fast enough to survive. Right, needs missile defense. Needs missile defense. Oh, I forgot to say, like, combat testing, like, benchmark for these things. This thing should be able to fight the combat testing benchmark. Combat testing benchmark needs to beat Glacave Perpetual and camera squads. There we go. Alright, our squid is not doing well. Alright, what did we... Turret. Yay, my plans get some showtime. Just need to see it. Let the squid fight for us. The telescope could be decked into a trident stuck to it. True. Could roll to target. Yep, it could. Wow, it's firing from underwater. The whole thing is a turret so the eyes can face the enemy, so it should be fine. Putting everything on said turret is a bit eh. Yeah, the turret also has no armor, so it doesn't even act as spaced armor. Yeah. Yeah, my plans get some showtime. Armor, yep. Dead. Turret needs to be... Turret next to me, much better armored. Now it's just calamari. Huzzah, I get my calamari! I wouldn't mind to rebuild the Kraken. There's some amazing potential here. I'd say this could be spawned as a sub-vehicle or as a pair. Looks 100. Durability, wet cardboard. I'd say. It is now living in the water. I can't tell if this thing has ever actually fired whatever weapons it has. It has particle cannons. Heck, you know, if they convert the squid into a water-based thing, it could work. Like the turtle from the Twin Guard. True. Except... I mean, you could convert it into, like, an amphibious thing that can fly and swim. That is not outside the realm of possibility. And now we have a squid fossil. A squassel, if you will. A squassel squid. You get out of the water. We're not done dissecting you yet. I think that's probably enough homework, though. I'm going to correct my spelling. Let's just go over here. Material weapon restrictions lifted can be run to improve effectiveness. Fins need more deco, paint or both. Needs to be in fleet colors. Replace small steam engine span with medium or large. Honestly, internals could use a rethink. There's a lot on that turret that doesn't need to be. Needs better EMP insulation. It has batteries and AI touching heavy armor. Needs spaced armor. Heat is a real threat. We just saw that with the perpetuals. Needs missile defense, combat testing benchmark, needs to beat the Glacave Perpetual and camera squad. So, yeah, that's probably enough. That's probably enough notes for the Kraken. And do that, go find the Kraken. This was submitted back in 2023 as well. We've had a lot of power creep since then. Oh, I'm sleepy. Okay. And alright, good. Okay then. Just nobody uses it for some reason. Okay. Black and green are fleet colors. It just doesn't have that much yellow or orange. Technically not painted in actual fleet colors. That's going like that. Color doesn't seem to fit them. Stays on the one but comes out to fire weapons. The stone light, that's colored scheme doesn't fit them. Color me surprised. To be honest, I don't mind it much. That's a major. Yeah, the aesthetics of this are good, but it does need more fleet colors than like actual fleet colors. Also, suggestion for the fins. Oh, this uses wings. Oh, that's why this thing can fly at all, I guess. Hold on, let's go to stone light, colors. So something like this. You could have a black tip on the wings. Oh, that's spamming single wing blocks. Ah. Actually, to be fair, I think... Yeah. Yeah, they had no choice but to do that. But yeah, that kind of black trim, I think, could work really well. Okay, that is our friend the squid. I think... Yep, done that. Yep, done that. And I'm gonna be a good boy and remember to put... I'm gonna remember to put things where they live. Right, Kraken done. Right, Argus. Let's look here. Gonna take a sip of coffee. Are those jets in the tentacles good enough clear? I think they do. They seem to have 10 meters between them, but now that you mention let's double check. Looks like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, they're good. They're good. Stone light colors still hurt me. I resorted to gold, heavy armor, black stone, and vomit green and orange all over it. Nice. Unfortunate typo. Where's the time? Vomit green and orange over it. Don't commit yourself over your craft. Vomit. I'll try my best not to. Do not vomit on the craft. Somebody has to clean them. Alright, let's look at the Argus. We're making good time, actually. We might be able to... Alright. I remember this thing. It's not nearly as durable as it looks. Who made this? Xavier made this. Let's go find this on the Steam Workshop. Let's sit up straight, tits out for Phantasma. There we go. Let's see. Alright, Argus, Many-Eyed Giant. This thing is got a lot of lasers and packs. And first things first. There we go. Right, I zoned out for a second. Where am I? It's fun watching the Connor de full pierce this thing. Yep. Looks big enough to be a hard. Was that on purpose, Nightworld? If I recall, this thing is all simple. There's no Ooh. That's impressive if it is. I also love the wacky architecture of this. I think Xavier did a very good job there. And these little things and stuff. Oh, neat. When was this? Alright, this was updated in last year, so kind of recent actually. I love this thing. The more you look, the more there is to see. It's really nice. And no CJEs is actually kind of impressive. Alright then, we have basically no... Ooh, that's no spaced armor. That's bad. Yeah, I've learned the hard way. You need spaced armor all around if you want things to survive. That's quite under-armored, actually. Yeah, there's... Need spaced armor. Needs spaced armor. Heat hash as a field. Otherwise. Heat hash major threat. Right, that's gonna be a real bastard to rebuild, actually. Alright, let's check. Oh, there are no turrets on this. Interesting. This probably needs some kind of 2-axis turret for nuke proofing. Right, what else? Fleet colors? Is it in fleet colors? It is indeed in fleet colors. Good. And it even has some green, I think? No. Where's green? It does have some green. Yay! It has green. Lovely. Yeah, that steam engine has been low tested. Oh, that's a giant steam engine. Yep. Yeah, the little temple installation leading more into the building and setting less into the living creature one, which I prefer. I like both. I think both fits for Stonelight, given that the AI is cuckoo crazy. Alright, there, yonder is the big steam engine. This thing actually has too much material storage. You can cut down a little bit. Can cut down material storage by about 50%. How does this thing stay up in the air? Oh, thank you, Imeshi. No, this is an electric engine. Duties. Duties. I feel if you really have it scanned on the surface of the body, you should at least have one turret to pull AA duties. Duties. Wait, so this has an electric engine? Alright. Hold on a second. Yep, it does. Oh dear. What's producing power? Alright, so we've got gearbox, electric engine. Oh dear, where's the gearbox? Alright, so here is... I think the internals of this might need a bit of a rethink. That is a lot of steam. Like, an unreasonable... This thing is even fighting, and look how much power it's eating. Alright, let's... We should combat test this thing. Internals and power need rethink. Internals... Power needs rethink. And it's about 981, so let's go find a 981 thing. So, resistor, let's go for it. Right, is the pack overcharged? Yep. Don't overclock the packs, very inefficient. Move pack overclock. Very inefficient. Inefficient. There we go. Oh, it's got all lambs as well. And, whoa, those lasers have a very short field of fire. Oh, I forgot about the... Oh, the resistors are godly. Holy crap, look... Wow, I forgot about the absolute bullet hell that the resistor is. Oh, this thing needs more turning. Oh no. Oh no. It's holding up reasonably well, though. Yep, it needs turrets. Oh dear. It's falling into the ocean. It wasn't even using all its power. Oh dear, that's all bad. Oh dear, that's not really 100% functional, is it? No, it is not. Alright, so lasers should definitely be on turrets. Yep. Okay. Lasers should be on 2-axis turrets for better field of fire and nuke defense. How many AIs does this have? It has just one. Alright. Have a second AI for close in defense. Honestly, I think probably the best thing for this, because the outside's bloody gorgeous and no one should touch it, apart from, I don't know. What the hell? Hold on a minute. Oh no. I didn't even realize that it has actually completely unarmored steam engines on the rear. No. Yep, so rear exposed steam engine should be removed. Should be steam remove. It's amazing. I didn't see that because just it would never have occurred to me to look for completely unarmored components just hanging on the back. And also just, admittedly, aesthetically, it looks really good. Wait, they're real. Why? Laser components on swivels. Auto wisdom is do not stick your exploding delicate components on the outside. Ever. That's bad. Cluster endpoint now goes by self-fill rather than number of blocks. It's a different idea of armor. Yeah. Same here, Orange. I also just kind of wrote that off as decoration. I basically didn't see it. And I must have not seen it when I first saw this thing either. It is gorgeous, though. Look how gorgeous this thing is. Look how gorgeous this is. It's so gorgeous. Remember, kids, steam boilers are flamethrowers. They also explode. So if you look here... Yeah, so the HE on destruction, admittedly, it's not that bad. Actually, it's pretty bad. It's like 7,000 HE damage, which I think might be... Hang on, I want to test something quickly. Where's me death ray? Where is me death ray? Where is me death ray? Don't move. Right, so is this enough to set off the other ones? Nope, but it's enough to have a nice big fire. Yep. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, no, this whole thing is just begging for... Yep, this will chain react. Yep, that's a problem. Yeah, no bueno. No bueno, senora. Okay, is that why the Conaday exposed this thing? Yep! So I can technically keep my fuel engine safe putting it inside a larger box with some air? Kinda, noted. Make larger bulkheads. Do these become obsolete when overclock is taken off? Probably. So, let's just look at one of these particle cannons and see here. So, with overclock... oh my goodness. It takes like 3.5 million energy per shot with full overclock. That drops down to less than half, so about... Yeah, about just under 900,000 energy per shot. So yeah, if you removed overclock, you could remove, like, probably more than half of those steam engines. So yeah, the overclock is a problem. Also, even not overclocked, this does 100,000 damage, admittedly explosive shock damage, per shot. Also, yeah, thump would be better. Let's be honest, I love explosive packs for some reason. They're not good. Impact is better 9 times out of 10. So let's just do that. Very inefficient, and will allow cutting down on steam turbines. Remove your exposed engines. Switch max to pierce or thump. HE packs are fun, but not as good. Although I have experimented a little bit. There is a point, but it's like it has to be a really big, strong pack, where explosive shock packs can outdamage thump, but it's a honking big pack where that happens. This is Insanity, which I guess fits for Stonelight, but yeah, 4 times the energy as Nova, 3.6 mil. Jesus, yep. And it's still not very good at range. 2 Pierce and 1 EMP. Yeah, like 2 Pierce. Hell, you could have 1 Thump, 1 EMP, 1 Pierce. You've got 3 of them on there. Holy bananas. Whew! Whew! Alright, the AI department, at the very least... Wait. Nope. Wait a minute. What am I looking at? This is actually well insulated. This is actually very nice. Minimum... Well, not quite minimum, but yeah, minimum amount of blocks needed to insulate the AI. Very nice. Very nice indeed. That is a lot of battery. How much batteries? Yeah, you could probably cut down on the batteries a little bit as well. Because batteries are... Excuse me. Batteries are very expensive. How's the laser Tetris, actually, while we're looking at things? Laser Tetris is... It looks like... Alright, so that's a 4... It's 4x4 laser Tetris. Which is probably not actually what you want for an offensive laser. Oh, they're also separate, which is nice. It's very nice. Yes, my wife. Okay, and where are the laser boobs? I saw lambs. Oh, those lambs are not in a good place. Nope, that is not good lambs. That is not good lambs. Problem is that stuff coming in from the sides is probably going to be an issue. Or maybe, yeah. Yeah, that's not efficient lambs node layout. Optimize lambs nodes. Too many transmitters. Spread them out a bit more. Look at all these propeller blades. Also, those propeller blades are not very efficient. I do like how the packs themselves, they are armored, so that is good. It's good. Remove the overclock, remove the small gearbox, replace the turbine. Basically, yeah, it needs to... sharing the rest of his stuff with other things that die the EMP. Kinda hate if you hit a turret with them, all the damage is local to the turrets. Yeah, that is kind of bad. Train with a sailplane has it over 30%. Time to add some more sails. Hell yeah. Yep, okay. Need 4x some sort of node to stabilize, asymmetric props, so they just have 3 black. Oh. Oh, you know what? Probably have... Ooh, yeah, no. Yeah, alright. Well spotted. Okay. Right, asymmetric props. Fix asymmetric props. And I do a combat testing benchmark. Benchmark needs to beat Agave. What was it? The resistor, I think it was. roughly 1.2 million. No. Yeah, resistor. Alright, we need to throw this against another thing. Alright, the coherence, I believe, has a pierce laser, which is probably going to be very good for this. Alright, so, very good testing. Coherence is there. It's going to fall backwards into the ocean, isn't it? Wait, is this set to both prop and... Oh god, damn it. That was the one thing I didn't check. Turn off auto propulsion. Set it up. Set up propulsion correctly. Let's see if it actually wins. It is not winning. Ooh, yeah, no, it's not winning at all. Admittedly, I think the coherence is a godly design, is it? Hold on. Let's go check. Let's go check. The coherence is... It is a godly design. However, a hard Stone Knight design probably should be able to take on a Guacave godly, which is very difficult, I know. Problem's not the resistor. Don't use the resistor. Most frontsiders die to the resistor. This is a hard... Problem is, I don't have much things in its price range to test against. A godly is a godly, yeah. Don't use the resistor. Most frontsiders die to the resistor. Does that include neater frontsiders, like stuff? X-Wing. This is an X-Wing. Extreme Wing. Well, that didn't go well. Okay then, I think that's enough notes on this thing. What have we missed? Have we missed anything? Right, I think that's about... Should we not use the... I haven't tested the resistance needed, but probably. You know what? Just for that, I want to see if that's true. I want to see if... I'm also going to use the actual... This is a bit of a, like, I'm going to be typing up notes, so this will be a nice thing to put on the background. So we got, what is it? Guacave updated. Thruster craft. Resistor. Go here. Throw it against... I think the coherence, yeah. Whoops. I'm gonna load in the coherence, which is slightly more expensive. Lock on here. Go. Let's see who wins. Oh, damn, that looks sweet in Stoneline colors. Bloody hell, that's a lot of bullets. Okay, so... August, reviewing... Material weapon restrictions lifted, can experiment to improve effectiveness, needs spaced armor, heat and hash major threat, can cut down material towards about 50%. Internals power... Not about 50%, exactly 50%. Internals power needs... Internal power... Internals and power generation. Needs rethink, remove pack overclock, very inefficient and will allow and will allow cutting down the steam turbines. Lasers should be on turrets for better field of fire and nuke defense. Have second AI for closer defense. Remove rear exposed steam engines. Can't believe I missed those. Switch packs to pierce thump. HE packs are fun but not as good. Optimize lambs nodes. Yeah, wow, the resistor is flanking something magnificent here. Alright, point taken. We'll remove the resistor off there. Very inefficient, also needs better turning. Fix asymmetric props, optimize lamps, now too many transmitters, spread them out a bit more. Spread them out a bit more, fix... Alright, we'll just say the coherence. Alright, set up, which is a godly, I know, but maybe not the coherence. Maybe what's it? What's an up-to-date Glacave craft that's roughly in that price range? I'm gonna say the coherence. What a propulsion. What was the thing? Oh yeah, needs better turn. Needs better turning. Alright, point taken. The resistor is good at dealing with frontsiders. I haven't tested the resistor, very fast almost exposed. I'll give the August this. Those exposed turbines are a good setup. I guess, yeah, it's true. They are exposed and visible, but as they say, show your work. Alright, we have enough. We can do the Garmer. Okay, this is probably a big ask given as a PSA. Alright, let's figure out something. What's a good benchmark for our friend the Argus here? What is a good benchmark? Argus. My team. Let's have a look-see. What's another thing? Cave. It's roughly in the same price range. So not the coherence, not the resistor. Glacave HQ. Entropy. Nimbus Stratus. Equilibrium? The hell's the Equilibrium? That's another rushdown craft, so Quasar, no, too expensive. Yeah, my thought is that maybe not have the benchmark beater a counter. Fair enough, fair enough. Well, let's do the Nimbus Stratus then. If it loses to this, then we know for sure. Also, I need to quickly double check what the hell the Nimbus Stratus... What the hell is the Nimbus Stratus again? Oh, it's this thing. Oh, right. This is the missile spamming menace to society. That is also not optimized by the looks of it. Bloody Nora. Alright, well, this might not be a good benchmark either. Yep, definitely needs better, but... Yep, there's a nuke. Okay, this is a good benchmark, actually, because it, like, get to test the nuke defense. Well, thank you for the hydrate, Duker. I spent the number of shots, kills it with EMP. Yeah. When will my crappie get used for testing, I wonder? I don't know. Probably when it's available on the spawn menu. Where's my mouse? What was I going to say? I was going to say something. More missile defense, that's right. Okay. Did I put that in? Needs space armor. Needs better turning. Needs more missile defense. The... What are we fighting? Nimbus Stratus. Yep. Alright, so 90%. 93%. Is there a nuke coming? To be fair, this thing is winning because the Nimbus Stratus isn't heavily optimized either. This might not be... Yeah. Oh wow, the lasers are being Seawers. Right, somehow I don't think Israel will win. Actually, the August seems to be doing actually pretty well. Never mind. What just fell off there? A whole bunch of applique. That's what fell off. Alright, let's see if it wins. Spawner probably not set right. Probably. Probably. It's fun to watch this thing fight, though. I think this thing could possibly dial down the packs. Well, it's supposed to dial down the packs a lot with the overclock, but, like, really go in on the laser. I think that could work well. %, versus 92%, I think. Let's see, when the packs start firing, they are not firing anymore. Okay. Yeah, that's good homework. Alright, so... Review our notes again. Currently not winning against the Nimbustrators like at all. And yep. I'm tempted to say to move the bottle cannons like not... That's another point. Move the packs off center of mass. Move packs off center line. They get... shot at too easily. It should be the lenses specifically. Off center line, they got shot at too easily. Okay, that's probably enough. Notes on the Argus. Let's go over here. And let's go. Whoop. Thank you for the stretch. Thank you, Sooty.
Big Gun's been there as a vulture, but it's kind of part of the aesthetic, I feel. They can be moved. It's fine.
It can be like the Great Island Goshawk, in which there's a huge lump of armor where the bulk of the stuff is, but then the firing pieces, or in this case the lenses, are just offset. That tends to work pretty well. Okay. Okay, I need to go over here, and I need to do things here. That, I need to do that. Bookmark. Over here. Yes. Wait, did I say anything about aesthetics with this? Oh well. Do I even need two lists? Probably. Yeah, the Argus is losing. Yeah, it's losing horribly. Okay then. Back to the OG bookmark. Or by OG, I mean second. And then we're gonna go over here. I don't need to do that. I need to do something else. What am I doing with my life? Builder's caps. Alright, dare I do the Garmer now? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because, by gum, I had a goal for today, and we're gonna do it. And also, doing something like 5 vehicles in one stream will help us pick up the pace considerably, because, by gum, the Almighty needs to be reviewed, doesn't it? Maybe nix the center pack of 2 or 4 more on the sides. True. True. Right, let us review the Garmer. Yep, there she goes. Alright, the Garmer is interesting because I believe that's amphibious. Yep, and this is by... I think this is by Sean. Nope, Lord of Stupid. Alright, so... Oh, wait, no, this might be not what I'm thinking of. Or maybe it is. What am I looking at here? Alright, so fleet colors, check. These turrets need more pretty, that's for sure. Alright then. It's very yellow. Wait, is that fleet color yellow? It is. Wow!
Thank you, Dr. Pigeon Man. The Grendel is my Sean anchor dive. Okay, you're confusing it with the Grendel. Sorry. My bad. Oh wait, that's Hydrate. I saw Hydrate and Stretched, and now I see Stretch and Hydrate. Okay, let's see here. Whoops. Screenshot for research purposes. Right, so what's this thing's deal? It is mostly APS, but it has some missiles and some plasma cannons. Let's go find the Garmer. And I need to post there. I need to post there. And Steam Workshop name is different, but that's okay. Accepted, it says. Oh right, this thing spawns nukes. And the nuke it's supposed to spawn. Okay. Garmer nuke. Alright, let's just check. Alright, so let's go find the nuke so we can test this properly. Vehicle blueprint spawner. Oh, that's Deco hidden something fierce. So, it's a Garmer nuke. Where would that be? I'm thinking drones. There we go. Apply current selection. Save like so. Alright, so first things first, this needs more color variety. Because it's mostly... Ooh! That's cool! Frickin' wedge-out eye right there. Nice. First things first is, hiding stuff completely with Deco is like... Yeah, that's not ideal. Garmer... And it's going to be the usual thing. Alright. And we're going to say, like... PP spawner invisible shouldn't be players should be able to see how it works at a glance. Okay, more color variety needed. Color variety needed. Use all fleet colors. What else? What else? So we've got plasma over there, we've got APS over there, we've got APS over there. This is an expensive thing, so we're gonna test it against the Seismotron naturally. I love this frickin' throne here. This is good stuff. This is good stuff, I like it. Can I get a good screenshot? Yes. Bow before the empty throne of all the gods. What's in here? Nothing. Alright, that's a thing with this. It has, like, large amounts of empty space. Although, air actually makes good armor in this game sometimes. I did not expect sales to push this plane over 70 meters per second, but sure, why not? I'm taking notes on that, Caddis Worden, for when I play through Bands of the North. Yellow and black, very illuminating colors. Remember to drink water. Green and orange being avoided by the plague. Like the plague, I see. Yeah. If the green and orange doesn't find a place in the hall, it can at least be some energy colors, so we're missing only. Actually, I think those statues are holding just that. Are they holding stuff? Yep, they're holding... What color are the orbs? What orbs are you pondering? That looks yellow to me. There's also... Hold on. There's also candle. I keep forgetting there's bloody candles in this game. Where the hell are the candles? Hold on. Where are the candles again? What?
to knobby hell. Alright, so we go here. Where is this? Oh, it's in miscellaneous. That is very funny how those are still in the game. But it is cool though. Right, so here we have is... Wait, we have a signpost here. One of lasers over this crop, but couldn't because of the block limit and too lazy to remove the tractor beams. Hence the random spin block that does nothing. Yeah, this does have... This is close to the block limit, honestly. So, yeah. Alright, let's combat test this thing. The plasma gun's gonna use more deco, actually. That looks a little funny. Gonna make a note there. Garmer... Plasma barrels could use some deco. And let's go... Right, hold on. So, we've got a spinny thing right there. We already know what that does. That is... Alright, those are plasma guns. Those are plasma guns. These are plasma guns. Oh, yeah. I like how it's called a plasma pancake. Alright, so... That can wiggle, so that's nice. And this can wiggle. And that's nice. Remember that plasma... Yep, and this is Duck Spaghetti. Something fierce. And there... What is going on here? Okay, that is... Missile interceptors by the looks of it, and it's a spin block. Right, angle control. Oh no. Ooh, no, that's clipped. That is clipped. No! We've got clipping! So, interceptor blocks. Spin clipped. Rule break. Fix. Door blocks. Yep. Okay, that is a whoopsie. That is a whoopsie doodle. Because we see we go here. Yep, that is very spin clipped. Whoopsie daisy. We knew it. Those aren't the funny ones that chant too. Or is bull like this or death sentence. 1 million years dungeon. And these are... What the hell? Okay, yeah, and missile interceptors need some optimization. Upper missile, upper interceptors. Upper hull interceptors. Optimization. Move reinforced bodies. Alright, so that is unfortunate. Alright, what else? What else? So, we got that, we got that, we got a turret here. We have a whole ass railgun turret. Can it wiggle? Can wiggle, good. Good, we like it to wiggle. I do like how this thing basically has empty center of mass. That's kind of cool. And that can wiggle, lovely. And here is another turret. It can wiggle. Can it? It can wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. That noise made my lips tingle, and not in a good way. Okay, so there's there, and... more turret up here. What does this do? Can this wiggle? This can wiggle. Wait, is this whole thing a turret? Yep. It's an entire... Hey, hey kids! Your temple rotates. That's actually quite funny. I'm gonna leave it like that, yeah. And over here. Get closer to God. Because the temple moves. Takes you to God. Alright, there's that. And here is more turret. Here is more turret. Here is more turret. Does turret wiggle? Wiggle. It wiggles. Does it catch on stuff? It does. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, to be fair, it has a very narrow angle of fire. I think it might be a good idea for that turret to rotate all the way. Is this just Seawiz, or is it... Or is it mixed Seawiz? All one. Okay, that's just Seawiz, but you know, funny thing about missiles, they don't only come from the front. I'm gonna make a note on that. Anyway, I gotta go now. It's late. I got Sea Orange. Alright, so we're gonna go over here, make a notey note. It's like underneath Seawiz should have 360-degree rotation. Missiles can come from all directions. Also, this is supposed to be a godly, which means we really gotta crank it up. And we have more stuff, and that's just rail Seawiz back here by the looks of it. Yep, okay, so most of these sub-orders are fine. Oh, thanks, I'm Ashi. Ah! Stretch! Everybody stretch! Ow, remember, don't vomit yourself on the craft. Nope! Vomiting yourself is a very bad way of propulsion anyway. I make noises, I make noises, I make noises, I make noises. This is actually quite a compact craft, honestly. Yeah, those things you remove reinforced bodies make shorter. I should mention that. Right. Order. Is all it's turning? Nope, it's got turning in the rear. And what is this back? Oh. Hey, John McPherson, it's your favorite thing. There is, in fact, room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, there is, in fact, room for more medium turbines and less small. More medium / large turbines, less small. There we go. This is similar to what I make. I like this got steam. Running out of block count still spams this bunch of small steam turbines. Yeah, well, this game is complicated. It's easy to keep one thing in mind and then just kind of blank on it. I've done that before so many times. Okay, then... Here is a big lump of stuff. What is this? Aha! It is a laser eating. Is this a laser eating? Ooh, it's got lambs on the front. Which, to be fair, that's not in a bad place per se. Let's just check here. Alright, if I look for what? There we go. So we have node there, we have node there, and a thing. Alright, so the nodes probably shouldn't be right on the front where it gets shot first. More nodes spread out. More nodes spread out. And let's just check that laser Tetris. let's see here. Check out that Tetris. Check out that Tetris. That is not good, Tetris. That is not good, Tetris. That is actually fine, Tetris. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, it is acceptable laser Tetris, I guess. Multi-purpose laser block is right there. Not the most armored lump. Quite a few places 1 meter holes filled in with deco to avoid using a 1 meter block. All the engines and turbines are large steam. Building the edge, I was absolutely ruthless with cutting block count. Oh, okay. Me wondering what I could use to launch my games. My humble steam engine. Yep. To do a lot of things to block counting. 4 vehicles eating the blocks very easily. Yeah. How would you fill a 5 meter long hole? 4 meter beam plus block or 2 meter? Usually 4 meter beam plus block is better. But if you're worried about block count, good question. I don't know. I have been told that 4 meter beam plus 1 block is better health-wise. I'm not sure. Alright, let's combat test this thing. We're going over time anyway. I feel slightly insecure that I get pooped by streams after only 2 hours. Admittedly, it's complicated stuff we're doing. Okay then. How's my notes so far on the Garb? It's got a lot of notes. Yeah, it's got a lot of notes. Right, so this thing, good news for the Garm, it gets to fight the Seismotron. Yay! We love fighting the Seismotron. We love it. Alright, go forth and kill friends. And nuke Mageddon. What bullets are these bullets? These are solid slugs. Right, Gomer is down 1% health already. And it has not actually very good interceptor. Hold on a second, let's check here. Yeah, these don't have APNs. Should have mentioned that. Yep, we need APNs. And as it turns out, all the interceptors have reinforced bodies, but not APNs. Interceptors need optimization. Make sure to add APN. Add APN. There we go. Yeah, because it just ate all the missiles there. Alright, let's see which one of you lot is more nuke-proof. Right, so first aim for the... Yep. It is firing at nukes before it even gets close. Oh, lordy, wow. That was a nasty hit. Alright, I hate to do this, but yeah. Where's the... Alright, let's see if the Thunderclap... Alright, so here's a big problem for the Garm. It can't really aim backwards very well, can it? Oh dear. Although it did take that nuke like a champion. Holy crap. Alright, how's the Seismotron? The Seismotron is still technically at 100% health. It's losing blocks, but really not much. Also, the Garm nuke... I want to see something here. Huh. Pure Stoon. Why does this... Oops. I'm gonna make a note here. Garm nuke. Replace... I'm gonna say just replace nuke with... I don't know. We're gonna have to standardize the nukes at some point. Garm nuke definitely has issues. This is quite expensive for a nuke, actually. What are we looking at here? It's got wings, which is... and a warp rod. Does it have nuke? It does have nuke. It has exposed nuke. Ah. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, so... Nuke has blocked ion engine. There's a newt. There's a newty newt. Right. Where'd it go? Oh. And Garm got nuked again. So the Garm's been nuked twice. Before the Seismotron has been nuked even once. Oh dear. How fast is this thing? Not fast by nuke standards. It's only 100... I need to say 100 milligrams per second, but... Yep. Oh dear. Yep. That's a problem. Alright, so yeah, combat testing benchmark. Definitely the Seismotron. Alright. Combat testing benchmark. Must beat Glacave Seismotron, which is one of the scariest frontsiders in this campaign so far, so it's a big ask. So, Lord of Stupid, aka Ashes Maloto, yeah, feel free to ask for help for this one. It's gonna be difficult. Down to go slow, too many blocks, so it takes forever to build. Yep. I'm generally surprised how survivable the mothership ended up being since my first frontsider. Yeah, I remember that drone. It was pretty good. Many blocks on the nuke could be replaced with wood and made of deco to make it build and fly faster. Nuke should be optimized or replaced. I should mention that. Garm. Nuke should be optimized or replaced. Benchmark. I know how to spell benchmark. Benchmark. Must be Glacave Seismotron. Yep, there we go. Whee! Yep, and Seismotron lost 1% health. Hoo boy. That is a lot of bullets. Well then, we're just gonna sit on the ocean floor here thinking about what's happened. Not sure if Stone Light has a nuke, I would replace it. That's kind of the problem. Stone Light has a bunch of nukes, none of them are optimal, so we might need to make a more optimal one. Alright, I think let's just review. Major weapon restrict lifted, can experiment to improve effectiveness. Blueprints spawn invisible, shouldn't be. Players should be able to see how it works at a glance. More color variety needed, use all fleet colors. Plasma barrels could use some deco. Missile under the block spin clip, rule break fix. Interceptors need optimization. Remove reinforced bodies, make sure to add APN. Underneath Seawiz. Wait, Seawiz should have 360-degree rotation. Missiles can come from all directions. More medium/large turbines, less small. More lamps nodes spread out. Nuke has blocked ion jets. Nuke should be optimized or replaced. Combat testing benchmark must be Glacave Seismotron. That's a pretty decent amount of homey work. So we will have that. Excuse me, sir. May I have some more? May I have some more constructive criticism? Alright, so there, and back to bookmark. Neil. There. Gomer. Yeah, I was getting Gomer and Grindel confused. Embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed. And Gomer is over there. Oops. Gomer is over there. Over there. Did the Seismotron fall out of the sky? My goodness. I'm just gonna leave this thing like here while I'm typing stuff. Hehehehe. I can just do that. Okay, good. An easy, medium, and a hard design. We could price all of them for 3 or 4 designs that's shared between all new. Yeah, exactly. Really, each faction should have one good nuke that fits their theme, and that's it. That way you know what you're dealing with. An easy, medium, and hard design. Nah, just one nuke. Really measures up the ones from Campfire wall. The good news is that nukes can literally be decoed to look however you want. I do like the idea of the Parkside, which is an asteroid, just being replaced with that. We probably also need to remove the Parkside from the spawn menu and just have it as a drone. As a drone. Okay, so we have managed to look at the Sailor, the Horus, the Kraken, the Argus, and the Garmer. That's 5, count them, 5 things. We're being productive. It only took 2.5 hours. Alright. Let's go hang out on the main menu. Maybe we'll get to see Peanuts again. Are you alright there, Seismotron? Alright, it doesn't have attack salvage turned on. Alright, let us raid. Okay, Neko Boy Blue. Gorlats was streaming earlier. They have probably gone to sleep. Good for them. So as 2 nukes, they each have 2 submodels. So 4 in total. Okay, true. Okay then. Oh hey, we just saw that nuke, I think. Think everything is standardized to one of those 4? Okay. What was I doing? Let's do... Alright, if you're watching this later on YouTube, remember to subscribe because, VOD channel monetization would be good. Thank you. I know we're all sick of ads, but why should YouTube make lots of money and I make none? That's just not fair. Hehehe. Well, hello, Random Top Hat. You are just in time for the end of the stream. Why is that thing looks like... Never mind. Alright, we're gonna raid Neko Boy Blue, and it's gonna be a raid and run because my eyeballs hurt from staring at a screen. Neko Boy Blue. There we go. And doop. Don't worry, this is an 18+ campaign. Indeed. Oh gods, apologies to the people with motions. I missed the Garmer's review, didn't I? Yes, you did. Do not worry. I have lots of notes for you. Very good notes. I just forgot to do this. That's very embarrassing. Did I put this over here? Alright, I am not going to raid just yet. I just need to quickly... Did I do this correctly? Hold on a minute. I did do that. Yay! Alright, we can raid! Hell yeah, whatever, I'm guessing. It wasn't great. There's a lot of notes, but I like the stuff. You did. Goodbye, gamer. Okay. See you, everyone. See you for tomorrow. Hopefully we'll do even more Stone Knight stuff. Bye!